May peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. I want you to imagine a moment that I think every single person in this room has experienced. It is that split second in the morning, right before you walk out your front door. You are standing in front of the mirror. You fix your scarf. You check your clothes. You take a deep breath. And in that split second, you feel the weight. My dear sisters and brothers in Islam, it isn't the physical weight of the fabric. It is the weight of representation. You know that the moment you step out that door, you are no longer just Sarah or Fatima or Aisha. You are Islam. You are the Muslims. You are the headline people saw on the news last night. You are the geopolitical conflict happening thousands of miles away. You are the target of the stare on the subway, the polite but cold smile at the office, or the aggressive comment in the grocery store aisle. For my sister specifically, you are the flag bearer. You cannot hide. You wear your identity wrapped around your head, a declaration of faith that screams to the world before you even open your mouth. And sometimes, let's be honest with each other today, sometimes that weight feels too heavy, my dear sisters and brothers in Islam. Sometimes you just want to be invisible. You just want to buy your coffee without being a political statement. You just want to do your job without being the diversity hire or the token Muslim. They asked to explain terrorism during lunch break. You feel this pressure to be perfect because you know that if you make a mistake, they don't blame you. They blame your religion. I am here to tell you today that this heaviness you feel, it is not a punishment. It is not a burden. It is a selection. There is a whisper that comes to us in our weakest moments. It says, wouldn't it have been easier if I was born somewhere else? Wouldn't it be easier if I lived in a time or a place where everyone looked like me, where the adhan rang out from every corner, where I didn't have to fight for every inch of my identity? But here is the truth we often forget. You are not here by accident. The creator of the heavens and the earth, the writer of your destiny, did not make a mistake when he placed you in New York or London or Sydney or Toronto. He did not lose track of your soul and accidentally drop it in the West. Allah placed you exactly where you are, in this specific timeline, in this specific city, amongst these specific challenges on purpose. He looked at the challenges of this era, the materialism, the confusion, the loss of God consciousness, and he said, I will send her. He chose you to be his light in a place that is forgetting what light looks like. He chose you to be the ambassador of his message in a land that is desperate for meaning. You think you are here just to work a 9 to 5 and pay bills. No, you are a strategically placed lantern. My dear sisters and brothers in Islam, when you view your struggles through the lens of victimhood, you will crumble. But when you view your struggle through the lens of assignment, you become unbreakable. You are on assignment from the King of Kings. We often feel like strangers, don't we? We feel alien. We don't fit in with the dominant culture because of our values. But sometimes we go back home to our parents' countries and we don't fully fit in there either. We are stuck in the middle. The third culture, generation. But listen to the words of our beloved prophet. Peace and blessings be upon him. He spoke directly to this feeling. He spoke directly to you across 1400 years. He said, Islam began as something strange and it will return to being something strange. So give glad tidings to the strangers. Glad tidings. Congratulations. Good news. Why? Why is it good news to be the weird one? To be the one who doesn't drink at the office party. To be the one who steps away from the music. To be the one who dresses modestly in a world that sells skin. Because being strange means you have something that the status quo does not. It means you are holding on to a burning coal when everyone else has let go. The prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said that there will come a time when holding on to your religion will be like holding on to hot coal. My sisters, look at your hands. You are holding the coal. And yes, it burns. Yes, it hurts. But that fire is what purifies you. That fire is what separates the gold from the dust. Do not apologize for your strangeness. Your strangeness is your superpower. In a world of copies, you are an original. In a world of moral ambiguity, you are a definition. But the hardest battle isn't the one out there on the streets. It's the one in here, in the mind. It's the imposter syndrome. We start to internalize the narrative. We see the success of the West, the technology, the infrastructure, the wealth, and a small part of us starts to think, maybe their way is better. Maybe we are backward. Maybe I should dilute my Islam just a little bit to get that promotion, to get that respect. We see our sisters taking off the hijab. We see our brothers changing their names to sound more neutral. And we feel the ground shaking under our feet. This is where we need to wake up. We need to realize that the West has mastered the exterior of life, but it is starving in the interior. Look around you. Look at the statistics. Depression, anxiety, broken families, addiction, loneliness. The West has conquered the material world, but it has lost the soul. People are successful, but they are empty. They have full bank accounts and empty hearts. My dear sisters and brothers in Islam, they are looking for water in a desert, and you have the water. How dare we feel inferior when we hold the revelation? How dare we feel backward when we have the blueprint for peace that the world is searching for? When you walk into your university or your workplace with your hijab or your beard or your ethics, do not walk in like you are apologizing for your existence. Walk in like you have the cure to their sickness, because you do. You have the connection to the divine. You have the discipline of the 5 daily prayers, the original mindfulness practice before mindfulness became a $1 billion industry. You have the community of the believers. You have the concept of tawakkul, trust in God, that saves you from the crushing anxiety of controlling everything. You are not the one who needs to catch up to them. They are desperately trying to find what you were born with. So how do we survive? More importantly, how do we thrive? We do not isolate ourselves in a cave. We do not become reactionary and angry, screaming at the world for hating us. My dear sisters and brothers in Islam, we do what the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, did when he was the ultimate stranger in Mecca. We respond with excellence, with ihsan. The best form of defiance against Islamophobia is your success. I want you to be so good at what you do that they cannot ignore you. If you are a doctor, be the most compassionate doctor in the hospital. If you are a teacher, be the one who changes a child's life. If you are an engineer, a mother, a student, an artist, be the absolute master of your craft. Why? Because when you are excellent, you force them to respect you. And when they respect you, they must respect the faith that built you. Make your character your dawah. Let them look at you and say, I don't like Muslims, but I like her. I trust her. She is honest when everyone else lies. She is patient when everyone else panics. She is kind when everyone else is ruthless. This is your CTA, your call to action for your own soul. Commit to excellence. Not for the salary, not for the title, but because you are representing the Prophet. Peace and blessings be upon him. When you slack off, when you are rude, when you are mediocre, you are slandering his legacy. But when you rise, you honor him. Think of it as an investment. Every time you show patience in the face of ignorance, you are depositing currency into your scale of good deeds. Every time you smile at someone who scowls at you, you are winning the battle. My dear sisters and brothers in Islam, I want to speak for a moment to the mothers here and the future mothers. The challenge you face is not just for yourself. It is for the next generation. You are raising children in a storm. You are terrified. You wonder, how can I keep them Muslim in a world that wants to strip them of their faith? How do I compete with the iPhone and Netflix and the peer pressure? It is terrifying. But remember the mother of Moses. She lived under a tyrant, Pharaoh, who was killing babies. The danger was immediate and physical. And what did Allah tell her to do? Cast him into the river. It makes no logical sense. To save him, throw him into the place of danger. But the lesson is this: you cannot control the river. You cannot control the society, the schools, or the internet completely. But you can build the basket. Your home is the basket. Your love is the basket. The connection you build with your children is the basket. If you make your home a place of joy, of love, where Islam is not just a list of haram and no, but a source of comfort and identity, they will always come back to the basket. Do not teach them a defensive Islam. Teach them a confident Islam. Don't tell them, we don't drink alcohol because God will punish us. Tell them, we don't drink because we value our intellect too much to numb it. We are chosen for something higher. Elevate their understanding. Invest in your home. That is the greatest institution you will ever build. The boardroom will replace you in a week if you die. Your family is your legacy. And to my sisters, specifically, the world tries to pit women against each other. It tries to make us compete on looks, on status, on wealth. In the West, individualism is the religion. It's me, myself, and I. But in Islam, the religion is use. You cannot survive this alone. You are a sheep in a field of wolves. If you wander off alone, you are easy prey. You need the flock. If you see a sister struggling with her hijab, do not judge her. Do not gossip about her. Hug her. Tell her she is beautiful. Remind her of her worth. If you see a sister stumbling in her faith, hold her hand. We need to create a sanctuary for each other. When the world beats us up outside, our gatherings should be the hospital where we heal. Stop looking for the perfect community. It doesn't exist. Build the community you need. Be the friend you wish you had. Invite that sister over who looks lonely. Start that book club. Create that support group. Allah will help you as long as you are helping your brother or sister. This is a promise. You want Allah to fix your problems. Go fix someone else's. It is the most beautiful transaction in the world. Let's zoom out. Why is this struggle so hard? Why does it feel like we are walking uphill while everyone else is sliding downhill? Because the view from the top is different. Because this life is not the destination. We get so caught up in the American dream or the Western dream that we forget we are just travelers passing through an airport. Imagine someone crying because the seat in the airport terminal is uncomfortable. It's silly, right? You're about to get on a plane to a palace. The terminal doesn't matter. This world is the terminal. The discomfort you feel, the discrimination, the struggle, the fatigue, it is temporary. It is fleeting. It is a blink of an eye compared to eternity. But the reward for holding on, the reward for being a stranger, it is eternal. The prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, told us that there will come people after him who will believe in him without ever seeing him. And he missed us. He longed for us. He called us his brothers and sisters, while he called his companions his friends. He is waiting for you. Imagine that meeting. Imagine standing before him, peace and blessings be upon him, at the heart on the day of judgment. Imagine him recognizing you, not because you look like everyone else, but because you looked like a Muslim, because you carried the mark of wudu on your face, because you held onto your hijab when the fashion magazines told you to take it off, because you held onto your prayers when the corporate meetings told you to skip them. He will know you by your struggle. Your struggle is your identification card on that day. Do not lose that ID. Do not trade it for a cheap acceptance in this temporary world. So, my dear sisters and brothers, lift your heads up. Stop walking with your shoulders hunched in defeat. You are the followers of the greatest man to ever walk the earth. You are the carriers of the final truth. You are the slaves of the master of the universe. The West does not define you. The media does not define you. The politicians do not define you. Allah has defined you, and he called you the best of nations evolved for mankind. Why? Because you enjoin what is good and you forbid what is evil. Go out there and be that good. Be that unshakable, unapologetic, kind, strong, compassionate Muslim that the world is dying to see. When they go low, we go high, not just morally, but spiritually. Your hijab is your crown. Your prayer is your armor. Your community is your army. And your destination is paradise. Do not let the noise of this world drown out the call of the next. Stand firm, hold the coal, and smile. Because the stranger is the one who is truly beloved to Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.